Hi and welcome. I am Jennifer Godfrey and I'm here on this Monday to share with you the energy reading for the week, and it's Monday, October the 18th. Since we are in a spooky season, I thought I would share the Witch's Wisdom Tarot for this week. It's not a deck that I've actually worked with before, and I didn't realize I hadn't even opened it completely until just this morning when I felt compelled to pull it out. So it is a beautiful deck. I love the energy in it, and almost wish that I had been using it before, but all things are timed perfectly, so this is the time, and I am excited to get more acquainted with this deck. I'm also using the Sacred Destiny as our clarifying cards. And then since we are coming close to a full moon in Aries on Wednesday, I thought I would do one card draw from the Moonology deck to see what the overall message is being carried into this week. So I've already shuffled and pulled out the cards connected with the energy. And very, very, very powerful message this week, I feel. So the first card that I have drawn, so I did 6 cards, basically 3 cards, energies that are just leaving our current energies, and then the third card is energies coming in or where we're being led to, and then the clarifying card for each one. So the first card is the 6 of Fire. And this card is shows the dragonflies, and I love the spirit of the dragonflies, the little the nature spirits, and they're flying on the water, and the sun is reflecting on the water and creating lots of prisms of light and illumination. And I love the 2 creating the heart. And the energies around this card are speaking of being present and in nature and in yourself, and being in your body and paying attention to the signs of nature around you and the signs of nature within yourself, and recognizing that all is a reflection of you. And that you're not separate, but you're part of everything, and everything is a part of you, and that we're all one. So, but it's having the awareness of that and sitting in that energy, in that power. And and the clarifying card is power. So we have the lightning, and it is very much about sitting in that power and in the essence of it, knowing it, accepting it, being open to it, and surrendering to that which is. And then this next card for the current energies is a Guardian. So this is after sitting in that power and knowing it, it's being ready for the next step, and that with that connection to nature, that you are going to step forward with strength, and stepping outside of the ego more and letting those things fall away that don't serve you. And oftentimes it's parts of self-serving aspects of yourself, the ego, or fears, jealousy, a lot of fears, and serving a greater good, and stepping outside of a path that you thought you might go on, and not knowing where you're being led to, but trusting that and knowing that it's time and that you're being called to something greater, to serve and protect. And so the clarifying card for that one is Flow. So that is truly about setting aside your own ideals or wants for your personal gain or your personal dreams, and just not having any expectations, but just being always in the present and open to what comes, and but always in the highest good of all, and being in the flow of whatever, being open to whatever may come, and trusting that it is being laid out for you as was planned and destined before you came into this life, because you are stepping into your power, and you are trusting that trusting yourself, because it is very much about surrendering and trusting yourself and where you're being led and where you're leading yourself. Because I mean, again, everything's a reflection. So what is in is out, and what's out is in. And then the final card of where we're moving into is the Wisdom Keeper, and that card is being clarified by the illumination. So this is very much about being like a sage and the wise one, and illuminating. So it's carrying light and teaching others and bringing more light to others and the planet. So you're pulling in, anchoring, helping raise the vibration of those who are around you and drawn to you. And so it's very, I mean, totally beautiful. And in my, and how I'm connecting with the cards, to me, it's just so powerful. And then the Moonology card that I pulled for the overall message for the week is stepping out of your comfort zone. So yes, definitely, because you're being led in new areas that your ego wants to say, oh, I can't do that, or it wants to keep you small. But the universe is saying, no, it's time to step up. It's time to know your worth. It's time to recognize your value in yourself, in others, the planet, everything. And you are going to be called to do things that that your egos want to keep you from doing, that keep you small. But because you're letting go of all that, because it doesn't serve you, and you are being called to step up, you've got to step outside of your comfort zone, and that's where the growth happens. And so that's where the trust comes in. That's where the surrender comes in. And that is the message for the week. So, oh, and also in the flow, I just realized I was just thinking of the full moon, and there is in the flow the full moon illuminating the scenery in that card, the flow card. So it is very much about illumination and illuminating parts of you, and that maybe your ego has been keeping small. So it's time to let that out. Wow, yeah. I didn't even clue into that, the full moon there with the flow. So anyways, I hope all that made sense. I feel like I'm rambling a little bit, but I just, I'm not used to that one deck. So, but I love it. So that is your reading for the week. Thank you so much for joining me. And remember, if you feel compelled to do your releasing ceremony this Wednesday with the full moon, and remember that you are loved, and I love you. And again, if you would like my video, that would help a lot, and share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much again, and we will see you next week. Bye for now.